population, there are more people over 80 than there are under 5. In most developing countries, it's the reverse. Look at our audience. How many people are under 30? May I see a hand? Alice, put your hand down. Is there nobody under 30?
Try under 40.
Under 40? 2, 3. Al, put your hand down. You can get away with 50, hon, but you're not going to get away with that 40. Okay. I think I told you that. Somebody said, well, what's your audience like? I said, you ever been to mountains? And I said, yeah. I said, well, it's mountains without food. And I said, why I like it is I'm still one of the young guys. I'm 65. Now, you know, well, it is true. The fact is that everybody in this room, the majority of people in this room have more history than they have future. It's true. It's true. Now, one of the most difficult things is to try to explain the significance of history to somebody who's 16 years old. You know, because they just don't see it. But it's no problem to explain that to somebody who's 36 or 46 or 56 or 66 or 76. 86. Yeah. No, I mean, really. That's, you know, so that's why, you know, this, as I said it before, it's a great audience. And part of it is the age. Because you have that appreciation. You have that ability to put all these things into context. What context would an 18-year-old have? For example. I mean, really. The problem with getting old is by the time that we're smart enough to know what's going on, our bodies are too dead. We can't do anything with it. That's not fair. It's not fair. But that's why this area was so different from the rest of West Virginia. You know, the people up here, and that's why it's still different. You know, I remember when some of my friends who played football would go down and play in the Charleston area, and they would come back, my God, what's going on down here with those folks? You know, it was different for them. And partly is that it is different. The backgrounds are different. The ethnicity is different. The heritage. You know, we try to make people Americans, but you can be an American and still know your national heritage. You know, and let me, one other thing. Can I get paid extra? Because, you know, I worked at a mill and I'm overtime.
We're a library.
I was the librarian. It's all right now, I've forgotten my thought. Because, you know, my age is such that I just hope I grab the right woman and go out the door. You know, I have a feeling I will. But I think that, I hope that gives you some sense of this ethnicity that's here and what made us stand apart in 1910. But it's the exact opposite today. We stand apart again, but for the exact opposite reasons. America has gone that way, and we're still here. It's like a little time warp. And partly that's due to the changes in the economy. It's not because we're not sophisticated people, but you know, you don't have that mix that's coming in. And I think that will change. Now, next week, I'm going to lay out for you why things got so bad try to suggest some of the things that went wrong. The thing about being a historian is you can always point to the things that went wrong. And you know why. It's that when somebody said, well, what do you think is going to happen in the future, Dr. Javersak? Well, clue. If I did, I think I'd be a consultant. And knowing wheeling, they would hire me and I could write a study. And I would make a lot of money, and the study would go on the shelf and it would be completely ignored. But next, I have an assistant. I have a trusty assistant. She's my assistant. Keeps me on the straight and narrow. And I will, speaking of straight and narrow, I will see you folks next Wednesday night.